Hello and welcome to Totally Legit Writer's Room. I'm Daniel and I'm a film student. And with me today is Noah, who is currently has his eyes closed, has sound in his ears, and is scribbling onto a piece of paper something about Polybius. Every episode of in each episode, the two of us have to have 1 hour to adapt an IP or concept into a film of this podcast. And Noah, our most recent prompt is Polybius. I have no idea what that is. Upon hearing Polybius, Noah collected a whole bunch of podcasts, stuck them in his ear, sped them up as fast as possible, was listening to all of them, and scrawling down information about whatever this Polybius thing is. I think I've heard the name once. I'm very concerned. I would be more concerned if he wasn't the reason I was here, but oh, he's done. Hey Noah.
Yeah. Don't touch me, three-handed man.
Hey
Yes?
Noah.
Yes.
What was that?
I downloaded all things on Polybius, or rather, like 7 sources.
Seven sources. Okay.
I don't know. I didn't count. It was so much information all at once, and I'm not sure the human brain is designed for it.
Yeah. I don't think we're designed for that either. I still don't know what a Polybius is. We got a note telling us that we had to start
Right.
this pitch at a certain time.
We got a
about
package.
Polybius, and then you just went off.
From Big Movie Studio, and they only gave us they gave us a very small amount of time before we had to start, and I'm like, we need to research this if we're going to be able to do it. So I essentially plugged my brain into Polybius, not Polybius itself, but into the concept of Polybius, and now I am reborn, and I think I died, I was reborn, and I might die again.
I think most people die, like at the end of their life. No.
Well, maybe I have many lives, which is what Polybius directly translates to.
Many lives. Okay.
Many lives. Although bius is just like a suffix that was in many names of like Greek, Latin origin.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so we're gonna do a movie on Polybius.
Yeah. Noah, what is a Polybius?
What is Polybius? Okay, so Polybius is an urban legend from the gaming community.
Okay.
It was supposedly released only in Portland arcades for a short
about right.
for a short period, Portland, Oregon. Some say 1 arcade, some say 2, some say just several. It was a small amount of arcades where this experiment took place. We know that it had vector graphics.
Okay.
People compare it to Tempest by Atari, which is like a space shooter where you go around in a circle, kind of, and then it had subliminal messagings in it. Supposedly, the graphics were psychedelic and happened really fast.
Okay.
There's a list of symptoms that people who played the game would be subjective to. It's a very long symptom list. Let me read it for you. After playing Polybius, supposedly people had symptoms of sickness, nightmares, seizure, stroke, migraines, heart attack, insomnia, aggression, anxiety, amnesia, thirst, hallucinations, addiction, suicidal thoughts, and death.
Okay, that is a long list of symptoms.
Yeah. So supposedly it was created by the US government in order to mind control people through video games.
Okay.
There were reports of Men in Black coming in and checking the machine. It was supposedly developed by a company called Sinuslosion, which translates to sense deletion, although the German isn't perfect and is kind of an awkward translation.
Okay.
It's named after Polybius, a Greek historian. Actually, I don't think he was Greek because he wrote about the history of Rome.
Okay.
He was an ancient historian.
Okay.
Who wrote the history of Rome, and he famously stated that historians should not report on something they cannot verify. So the whole idea is that Polybius is kind of like a joke making fun of people who believe in conspiracy theories, because like it's ironic. You're believing in this thing that supposedly didn't happen, that you can't verify.
Right.
But it caught on fire anyway, and it's named Polybius, which is like the thing for you shouldn't do that
You shouldn't
thing
do-
you're
okay.
doing right
Okay, I
now.
got that.
I mean, supposedly the game was really popular and caused violence. One player was stabbed to death in fights.
Okay.
Supposedly 2 teens disappeared around the same time.
Wowzers.
Yeah. Basically, it's just an urban legend that fed off the paranoia about video games and combined like several real world elements into
Okay.
this idea. So
Oh, did those kids like actually disappear?
there
Or they're
were
legitimate?
there were people who got sick playing video games, but it was just kids with migraines who played
Yeah.
video games for too long. They got their first migraine, and the news jumped all over it, being like, "Do video games hurt people?" And like it was various things. People had strokes and seizures from flashing lights, but it was just they were prone to seizures from flashing lights, and people were scared of video games. But there were also other things that lend to it, like Men in Black did go and examine arcade machines, and people might have saw them do that because back in 1981, arcades were a typically seedy place, and
Yes.
there are records of the FBI putting cameras in arcade cabinets to catch things like gambling and trafficking and other sorts of crimes. So sometimes there would be all black arcade machines that would appear in certain arcades. Portland, Oregon, especially, was a testing ground for them since it's so close to where the games would be manufactured. And the boxes would be black, and it would either just say new game or have like a working title on it, and then it might disappear as it goes into testing and then be published with a different name. So it's just multiple different ideas of people being scared of video games, and some people going missing and a few people getting sick after playing them. They all contributed to this idea that there was this scary game that appeared in Portland that was made by the government to mind control people.
Do we have any more fictional information on what this Polybius was for? Was it like meant specifically to train people to go into the government?
I mean, they don't say it. Like, some people suspect that when people disappeared, like there were at least 2 teens who disappeared around the time that were made up, that were looped into the idea of the Polybius conspiracy, at least from one source. And it said they were either abducted or recruited.
Okay.
So it's possible that like it's kind of pulling from the Last Starfighter thing, where it's the idea that, you know, people who play this game got done by the government. There was a man named Stephen Roach who posted on a website called Coin Hub, claiming to have worked on the game. I think that's how we got Sinislosion as the name of the company, although there was like a title screen that was released that had Sinislosion on it, but I think it might have been before or after. I think Stephen Roach coined Sinislosion, and he said that he was contracted by a South American business to make a video game, and that they didn't know what its effects would be, and it ended up being pulled. But Stephen Roach, we were pretty sure that was just a lie, and also after looking into Stephen Roach, some people found out that supposedly either he or a different Stephen Roach ran like a rehab camp for children where a lot of shady things happen, so he wasn't a good guy.
Oh.
So I don't think we should feature him as a character in the movie if we're
We definitely should not. Yeah. No.
Might have just been a guy with the same name because, you know, it was just a guy on the internet. But
very strange.
Probably should be avoided.
Zoinks, yeah.
I mean, some people have compared it to MK Ultra.
MK Ultra. I was going to make that connection.
Yeah, it's related. It's related to that. They figure it's like a sequel to the thing. Actually, I found the
MK Ultra is real and this is not.
Yeah, an alternate history Wikipedia page called MKVIS.
MKVIS,
which goes over. It is one like fan made thing. It's specifically like an alternate history Wikipedia page where it's like Project MKVIS, also known as Polybius, was an illegal crowdsourced human experiment program undertaken by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency to psychologically weaken people by visual means for use during interrogations. Took place in 1981 as a continuation of research gained during Project MKUltra. Similar project using psychoactive drugs and other chemicals.
So were they using psychoactive drugs dispersed somehow through this arcade machine?
No, it's just saying that MKUltra used psychoactive drugs.
Okay, because I knew that.
In this fake Wikipedia page, it's saying that if Polybius was a sequel to MKUltra, it was doing the same thing, but it was using, you know, imagery in video games to degrade the mind.
All right. Well, how do you propose we make a movie out of this?
How we propose we make a movie out of it? Because here's the thing. We're probably going to make a horror movie out of it.
Okay, that sounds about
That seems like the thing to do. It's this urban legend. When you look at a horror movie, you ask yourself, what does the fear represent really? And
yeah.
Polybius is really about the fear and paranoia around video games that you
Video
see
games.
happening all the time.
As well as fear of the government, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. Parents were concerned about video games. You see it happening all the time. Like it
Mhm.
happened with anime when that first started coming. It happens. It happens all the time. Like
Yeah.
people are concerned about what their kids are doing. They're scared that things might be dangerous. Polybius, as an urban legend, fed into that idea. And the thing is, what kind of story do we want to tell with that? How can we embody that
Okay.
in the form of a story? Because here's the thing: we need to decide what the main conflict is. We need to decide what the main antagonist is.
Okay.
Polybius is just kind of a thing that supposedly was built by
Yes.
the government.
But at the same time, the arcade machine could still be the main bad guy.
We could still have the machine itself be like demonic or something.
Do you like the idea of the machine converting its players into deranged killers and that being what's going on?
That's one option. Like that makes it very concrete. Like you understand what the threat is.
Okay.
I guess.
Do you want something more abstract?
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if we're gonna feed into the fear, yeah, that would be what it is, right?
Yeah, okay.
Because the idea is that it's the idea: are video games hurting people? Are video games making our kids go crazy? Specifically,
and hurt people. Yes.
It's about concern.
Okay, so it's not an arcade machine that kills people. It's an arcade machine that causes people to kill other people.
I mean, they could do both.
It could do both. Okay.
The way I see it, like the imagery that goes from the machine, is so crazy and like it breaks your brain so much that either you will die, like it will just cause you to snap,
Okay.
or if you survive, you'll go crazy.
Okay, because what I think we do with this film.
Another thing.
Okay.
Sorry. Another thing is that some people thought with like the recruitment idea that the Men in Black were recruiting people who were good at the game in for some reason. There's like it would make sense if like the game gives you all this imagery to test your resilience, essentially.
And so the Men in Black take the survivors who just happen to be psycho
If
killers.
it's like the Last Starfighter, I mean they don't have to be psycho killers. If it's like the Last Starfighter, there's this some sort of eldritch threat that Polybius replicates, and if you can survive playing Polybius, then you can survive
the eldritch threat.
You can survive the eldritch threat. So they're looking for people who can withstand that kind of psychic damage, I guess.
Okay, because where I was thinking we go with this is we follow one specific protagonist, this one guy, very good at video games, loves video games, who goes in and plays Polybius a lot, more than everyone else he knows. Other people are having adverse effects from playing it, but he is playing it the most. And what I think this film is going to be we follow him as he slowly spirals into madness.
Okay.
And eventually starts killing people.
I was thinking we would follow it from the perspective of a parent.
Of a parent. Okay.
Yes, because the fear that is inherent to Polybius is the fear that video games are hurting our like kids specifically. It's like the fear of the previous generation about what the newer generation is doing. It's a parental fear. That's what it's appealing to. So I feel like if we told it from the perspective of a parent, that would align with what that fear is, and we can better embody it.
Okay. Well, if it's a parent, how old is this parent's kid then?
I don't know.
Okay.
Be a child.
Like, yeah. Are we talking like teenager, like 10? child?
I'd put it like 10.
Okay, so we've got this 10-year-old running around killing people.
That's the thing. Is he running around killing people?
Because if we're going with your aspect of the thing, where I would go with it is these parents are watching their. I'd probably go with multiple parents, not just one parent. Like a group of parents are watching collectively as their kids are slowly being affected in different ways by Polybius, and strange things are happening, and there are disappearances, and one of the kids probably dies. Like not all of the kids are going to go crazy and kill people, but one or two of them are. Some of them are having serious health problems. Some of them disappear because they're taken by the government, sort of thing. Like the ones who aren't being seriously negatively affected by it. There's one or two that aren't seriously negatively affected by it. They're taken by the government. There's one that's going crazy and killing people. Okay. There are others that are having health problems and are dying.
Okay. I feel like if we're going to make this effective, we could also do like it is a conspiracy. Is the idea.
Yes.
So it might not be a thing where like there are a bunch of psycho kids running around killing people.
No. I don't think any more than one kid should become psycho and killing people.
You might need to have it be a thing where your kid goes missing and you need to find the kid, only to like get lost in a web of darkness.
Maybe. I don't know. They're slowly leaning away from horror and more into just like thriller.
I mean, yeah, but if the story lends itself better to thriller,
I guess.
The line is thin.
The line is thin. Really more of a conspiracy government movie than it is like a scary one. Okay.
I mean, okay. We want Polybius to be the thing that they're scared of.
Yes.
Okay, another thing is Polybius means many lives, technically.
Lives, yes.
Although it's named after the historian guy.
Mm-hmm.
Another possible interpretation, if you wanted to take it seriously and not just say that it's ironic for the sake of trolling people.
Yeah.
It means many lives. Poly meaning many. Bias can be translated to lives, apparently, from what I researched.
That sounds about right.
So, maybe the idea is that Polybius as a game pushes you to the brink of death.
Okay.
Like how I said that if you can withstand Polybius, you can withstand this other threat.
All right. And how you respond to that is what
if you can survive Polybius, you have many lives. Like Polybius does kill you, but if you come back, that's what they're looking for. Okay. Ooh, we could have it be. So the idea was initially that either you die, you go crazy, or you can withstand it. And if we can withstand it, you can face this threat. What if it's not that? What if it's either you die or you go crazy? But in this case, the United States government does want you to go crazy because they're trying to like use them for soldiers or something.
Okay, but then they have a bunch of crazy people as soldiers. You can't control crazy people.
I mean, you just release them onto a battlefield.
I guess.
Or you just drop them on Russia. I mean, Cold War was going on then, right?
Right. Okay. Oh, so is this a period piece? Is this back in time?
I mean, it would have to be in the 80s, right?
You're right. Okay.
Unless we wanted to do it a thing where like Polybius comes back.
I think it's better if we do the original Polybius incident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is before the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Okay.
In 1981. That's when the Polybius game shows up.
That is a good time period for this. Okay.
For a short amount of time. Do we want to take it from the angle of a parent?
I don't know. It really depends on where we're going with this. Do we want this to be a horror movie, or do we want this to be more of a conspiracy thriller?
Okay. What was your suggestion?
My suggestion
is that it's just
was this teenage like 14, 15, 16-year-old boy is playing Polybius, and it slowly drives him crazy as it does different things to his friends. Until he eventually, starts killing people and also maybe dies in the end, probably.
My idea with suggesting the parent thing is that with a horror movie, you ask yourself what the fear is, right? And I was trying to embody that. So I was wondering if we could do a horror movie, but have it be the fear of like what is happening to your child, and lean into that.
Okay.
What if like this parent, their child goes crazy with Polybius, is abducted by the government? They have to do a little bit of investigating, but they essentially, after one scene, get him back.
Okay.
But they're horrified by what he's become. Maybe he continues to evolve, but you're just seeing it not from the perspective of him. You're seeing it from the perspective of the parent.
Yeah. Again, I'm cool with that. It's just, it has to be for it to be legitimately powerful and scary, for it to be effective. It has to be like a slow de-evolution. It has to be a slow descent into madness. They can't get him back and all of a sudden he's just different. Yeah. He has to be slowly turned by Polybius.
Yeah.
Over a course of time. Like they have to be watching him become sickly. They have to watch his behaviors change. There's a strange disappearance around the town, and it's possible that he's related to it. He comes home with, I don't know, his physical appearance is changing.
Maybe he gets his kid home.
Okay.
But his kid is like murdering people and he doesn't know it. And it's about slowly discovering that as the kid becomes less and less normal and more people die around him.
Okay.
And we could also, I want to have a little bit of investigation in it. Because of Polybius' nature as a conspiracy.
Yeah.
But we can try to frame it in the horror mindset of like he's panicking watching, or he or she is panicking watching their kid slowly go crazy and is trying to investigate, but like everything is gone.
Mm-hmm.
The Polybius.
I think we do a mother and a father as dual protagonists.
Okay.
But there's still the matter of how old is this kid? Are we sticking with 10?
I think we're sticking with 10 or younger, honestly.
10 or younger?
But like how young do you see kids going to arcades?
I don't think any younger than 7 would work.
Okay.
So somewhere between 7 and 12.
At this point in the 80s, arcades were seedy places, and they were known as seedy places.
Yes.
And that's why there was all this stuff that was happening that probably contributed to the myth of Polybius.
Okay.
So as far as the fear of like, should I let my kids play video games? It might be destroying their brains. This paranoia around that. Would you want to do it that this couple is like super chill about their kid playing video games, and that's
definitely
that's how it happens to them, and all the other parents are like, I don't like my little Timmy going to the arcade, and your son is being a bad influence on him because he keeps asking him to go and telling him about all the stuff there, and now we have to deal with this. And
I like that. That. And then slowly it would start with other kids are disappearing, and then other adults eventually start disappearing.
But they're
being found in more gruesome manners.
They're not worried.
Yeah.
I guess.
They start out not worried.
But then they're immediately really worried, and then they become...
No, they start out not worried, and they're not worried for a good portion of the film until they notice, hey, little Tommy's acting a bit odd.
Well,
that's abnormal. But they keep blowing it off.
He goes missing, right?
Oh, he goes missing? Okay.
Presumably. He gets abducted, and then they get him back.
He gets abducted and then returned to them, I think. Like, he disappears for like a week, and then he's just back with no explanation, but something's off about him.
Okay.
And one of the parents knows immediately, but the other one is like, I'm just happy to have him back. And so that's a bit of contention between the two parents that they slowly work out.
Right. Oh, another thing that's not really related to the Polybius myth at all, but what were they called? The Shanghai tunnels?
Shanghai tunnels.
Yeah. Do you know about the Shanghai tunnels?
I do not know.
Supposedly it was like a series of tunnels that's underneath Portland.
Okay.
Because Portland had this dock, and there were like this completely other conspiracy that people would kidnap people through these tunnels to force them into labor at other ports. And they were called the Shanghai tunnels because Shanghai was like the worst treatment, and you'd be going the most distance.
Okay.
But the idea is that like it kind of folds into Polybius a little bit because these tunnels might have also been used to abduct
the children.
The children that played these games.
Okay. Yeah, we can wrap the Shanghai tunnels in. That'd be kind of cool. Another Portland thing.
So this kid, I'm guessing that the kid isn't going to be much of a character.
Not really, no. At the start, he's just a cute little boy. Like, oh my gosh, what a cute little boy.
Then he's a little bit of personality, but then that's
he's just a normal child.
And then he's just sort of,
he's a complete blank slate when he's
silent, and
like doesn't talk, barely moves, blank stare. One of the parents notices, the other one is just happy to have him back.
Do we want to do like part horror, part thriller, where the horror comes from the child's slow transformation, but the thriller comes from like the other parent is being pursued by government people? Or
I feel like the parents being pursued by government people is a little too much.
You do?
Yeah, I think we stick with, for now at least, the kid slowly turning. I think earlier in the film, the conflict should just be between the two parents because one of them knows something is wrong and one of them is actively denying it.
How much do you know about the plot of The Omen?
I've heard of The Omen, and that's it.
It's the one where the kid is the Antichrist.
The kid is the Antichrist.
Okay. I haven't seen it. I have not seen the plot. So basically... these two parents adopt the Antichrist, and the kid is essentially just a blank slate, but negative things keep happening around them. But basically, a priest tells the dad that he's the Antichrist and what's happening. I feel like a similar thing would be going on there, where stuff is happening around the kid. And you said one of the parents is just relieved to have him back, and the other is paranoid.
The other is very scared because they notice something is off. And things start again. The things that happen start small. There's like. They find some dead rabbits outside of their house, like mutilated rabbits, and they're like, oh, this is weird. And then things escalate. A kid disappears. Like a child from his school disappears, and there's a frenzy about the whole town.
I feel like you want to focus on the violence. Of like an inspiring violence in him.
Yeah.
And it was like a...
Yeah, we'll show like... the bad things happening to these.
Yeah.
It would start, they find
but
the
like
rabbit,
the parents always
the kid
miss
disappears.
it.
Yeah, the parents never see the violence.
The parents always miss it.
Yeah, by the end of the film, what I think should happen is the kid is killing like grown adults in incredibly gruesome, violent ways.
The parent that
those adults are being found.
The parent that was relieved to have him back and wasn't questioning it, they're totally dying, right?
Are they dying?
I predict they are dying. They're going to encounter the kid go crazy, and then eventually they're going to kill them. Probably.
I don't hate that idea.
That makes the most sense to me.
Okay.
And
And that would be the turning point.
I don't feel like it's too much. I feel like you can balance it.
Better idea. The paranoid one is the one who dies.
Uh-huh.
And that leads the one who is blowing it off to realize, oh crap, something is wrong.
Okay. So, I guess we want to say that...
I think the mother notices something is wrong, and the father is just happy the kid's back.
Okay. I would have suggested the opposite, but that's all right.
Okay, because I don't know, just in my head, a mother is more likely to notice something is wrong with their child.
My problem with that is, like, then it just feels to me like the dad is, like, disconnected or uncaring.
Okay.
Here's the thing. We interpret, obviously, things between mothers and fathers different ways.
Yeah.
Yada yada. If that's the setup, I believe it's like, obviously the mother knows her child, and then it seems like the father is stupid and just doesn't care as much and isn't noticing. If the father is the one who's noticing, then it becomes more of like a protective thing, and the mother just loves her child so much and is relieved to have them back after, like, doesn't want to let them go, sort of thing, and doesn't want to confront the idea that...
I like your idea better.
So I feel like it, like... You could argue that there's flaws in each of them there.
Yeah. But then eventually the kid kills the dad, and the mom realizes, oh no. Because maybe the mom even knows sort of that the kid is involved in some of these things more than the dad does, and just doesn't tell him. Like maybe the mom saw him mutilate those animals, or knows that he was the last person with the kid who disappeared, sort of thing. And then suddenly, when her husband ends up dead, she has to come to terms with the fact that, oh no, I have to take care of this serious problem with my child.
I feel like if you balance it out right, I don't think that it's too much for the mother to be the one who's like on the edge of this slow descent and slowly questioning that, and for the father to be looking into things and maybe getting too far deep, but then he's going to be killed by the kid, which might contradict things. Okay.
I do at some point also in this...
How about this? The dad is skeptical and think there's something wrong with the kid.
Okay.
He tries to investigate, finds the Polybius machine gone, but believes it's connected. He ends up tracking things. He starts getting stalked by men in black, right?
Okay.
He ends up essentially figuring out what happens, but when he comes back to try to share his findings with the wife and like try to...
The kid kills him.
He tries to like run away with them because now he has the men in black chasing him. The kid kills him, and then the mother... It has a choice between, like, she wants to protect her son from the government because she loves her son, but at the same time her son is like a monster now.
Yes.
And so that's feeding into that. I feel like she ends up getting killed by the government.
At some point, I also want at least one of the parents to play Polybius. Because I feel like that would just be a really cool scene demonstrating how Polybius affects a person.
Okay.
I have a very specific image in my head of how we would portray playing Polybius. I don't exactly know how to describe.
Okay. Would it be do you just want it to be included where we see someone play Polybius, or do you want it to be the parent specifically?
I think it would be cool if it was the parent specifically.
What if one of the parents watches another child play Polybius and see what happens? Would that change the effect for you?
Again, because very specifically what I have in mind is I have very, very fast sequences.
Oh, okay.
Like
go on.
Like colors shifting in the background, shots of the person playing, like slowly crying as tears come out of their eyes, maybe even blood coming out of their tear ducts. Flashes of the game just as like a bah, 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 bah. You haven't seen The Substance, have you?
No.
Okay.
I know some about the plot.
Okay, I'm talking about like a sound effect that they used. It was like a da 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 that's slowly getting louder while they're playing the game, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like an assault on the senses.
Assault upon the senses in every manner. Yes.
Okay. So after the dad, here's what I'm thinking. After the dad dies, the mother is protecting her son from the government. She ends up following a lead the father had. She ends up finding Polybius.
Oh.
Or rather, like, maybe they get taken and they're gonna kill her son. And they're in the same place, like the same facility where Polybius is kept. She finds Polybius. She deliberately decides to play it. She goes crazy, like her son, and then once she's going crazy, they have the ability to kill all of the government people, and then they escape. And the end of the movie is that it's this mother who's turned herself into a monster for the sake of her son. and they're running wild, and they're likely going to kill a bunch of people.
I don't hate that. I think a better end would be the mother thinks that's what's going to happen when she plays Polybius. She plays Polybius, and it just kills her. She is just now dead, and the government takes her son. Because that wraps it up a little more cleanly, and at the same time still ties in to the parental fear of, oh no, they're going to take my kids. Because now there's no adverse effects in the government. They're successful because these parents let their kid play this video game. The kid is evil, and the parents are dead now.
Yeah.
Also, when we reveal Polybius, this is like super semantic, but when we reveal Polybius, I think it would be cool to have the camera down low at a Dutch angle, looking up at it, like slowly coming in, because that's scary looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like some of the cabinets were reported to just be all blank.
All black, but with the word Polybius across the top.
Not with Polybius across the top.
Really?
They were unmarked, according to like the reports. But
okay.
like there wasn't a Polybius. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think that if we were going to do a movie about it, we would want it to say Polybius.
Yeah, I would put Polybius across the top in the front at the very least.
Yeah.
Okay.
The black machine that says Polybius on it.
Yes. I like where we're getting with this.
Yeah. So it's a couple who are very
young, for one thing. They should be a young couple.
They're young. They're we can. Do you want to make their kid like 7?
7 or 8.
Go on the younger side.
Yeah, and make them about like 28, 29, like young couple.
Okay, so they moved out to Oregon, but maybe like
to live the American dream for the dad's work. Mother's stay-at-home mom.
They got together early. Maybe families didn't approve. Doesn't matter. That's not what the conflict of the story is about. But they move all the way out to Portland to live a simple life, and they're like up against the world, and they're kind of laxed about things. They just believe in letting things be, just kind of living their best life. So they don't mind if their kid goes to the arcade
and play some games.
Even if the arcade is thought to be a dangerous place by the other parents. Around.
These are the parents that get called pinko scum by the other parents.
Okay. Yeah, so they let their kid play video games. He plays Polybius. He gets abducted. He comes back. Like,
a few days, maybe a week later. And he's off.
He just arrives back. Maybe it's implied that their house was like broken back into, but they don't see anyone except for their kid.
I don't know. I like the idea of them just like opening the door one morning and he's standing there staring at them. Because that's ominous.
Okay. What do you think of this? The father is trying to investigate what's happening. Right? He ends up putting another person's kid through Polybius to see what happens, to get information on his own. Like one of the kids of the parents who told him, you shouldn't let your son go to the arcade so much. It's dangerous around there. We don't let our kid go there. And then, like, for whatever reason, he's trusted with this person's kid, and he tells them to, once he tracks down a Polybius machine,
he takes them to play Polybius.
He tells them to play it just so that he can see if that's related. Because presumably he got like a tip, like he followed the thing, and the arcade owner told him he saw him play a black machine, but it got wheeled out. Probably not the arcade owner.
What effect would it have on this kid then?
I don't know. Whatever we want.
Yeah.
That to be. I like the idea of it. It's messed up that he would put another person's kid through that. But at the same time, it's understandable.
It is understandable. But at the same thing, like, if the kid dies, now he has a dead kid on his hands, and he has to explain that, and that's going to be a problem for him. And if the kid goes evil and also kills people, that's yet another problem. That I don't know how we would handle that in the narrative of the film.
I mean, you could. I feel like it makes more sense to have the second kid also go evil.
Okay.
And then maybe he sees, or in fact lets, that kid get abducted so that he can follow the bad people. And then he's like,
I see that. Yeah.
He's letting terrible things happen to someone else's kid, just so that he can figure out what happened to his own.
And in this government facility, I think we should have him kill the kid.
They get taken through. You think he should kill the kid?
Well, the government wouldn't do it. They want this kid.
Uh-huh.
And that's just like the final nail in this guy's,
He kills the kid.
Because very clearly he's not a good dude. And this is how we make the audience not feel as bad about the kid killing him.
Yeah. He killed a kid, the kid kills him. It's like poetry.
Yeah.
He investigates Polybius. He believes that the game is connected. He needs to track down another machine since it was taken out of the arcade that his kid usually goes to.
Yes.
He ends up finding it. He has the kid play it. He sees them get abducted. There would be a whole investigation segment where he'd, find some creepy things before he reaches the second machine. Maybe he finds it in like a warehouse somewhere, or he finds like a discarded cabinet in like a dump and he needs to fix it somehow. Like at the same time, he's kind of going crazy.
Yes, just because of what happened to it.
Just because of what happened to his kid. And
maybe he gets exposed to it for a little bit. Like maybe
he's exposed to Polybius for a little bit.
Maybe he doesn't play it, but maybe he
watches his kid play it before he goes crazy, and that's why he thinks that the game did it. But it's also like making him a little bit, and he's only getting some of the symptoms. Like hallucinations were some of them.
Yeah.
He's having
because he didn't play the game, he didn't have the full effect.
Yeah, like sometimes he thinks that men in black suits are coming after him, but it's just a hallucination, and he just ends up beating himself up. But then sometimes, like,
men in black suits
are there actually?
Yeah, that would be cool. We could
seem
play
to
with
disappear,
the audience,
and the audience wouldn't even know.
Yeah, that way we could be super vague about what's going on with the mutilated animals, the disappearing kids, the adults found in gruesome manners. Like
I think the mom is seeing stuff that's actually happening, but
the mother objectively sees things.
But the dad, like,
it could be the kid doing these things, but it could be the dad doing.
If the dad is seeing like his kid bleed from his eyes, that's not really happening. But that's like part of the reason he says there's something wrong. There's something wrong. I need to go do something. Yes. And the mom is just like, you're being crazy, and then that also seems to justify them more.
Yes,
because on the one hand, like, the dad is right in this case. There is something wrong.
There's something wrong with the kid. But
you don't want the mom to seem stupid for not knowing that there's something wrong. And part of it is justified by, like, it was a traumatic experience. She's happy to have her kid back. She doesn't want to think about this anymore. But at the same time, I feel like it paints her in a better light. If legitimately there is
something also wrong with the dad.
He's a little off, but the dad is being irrational about it, and
I think we should play with the audience and not make it clear whether or not it's the dad doing these gruesome things or the kids. I think we should keep it ambiguous until the end. Like, we should keep them guessing. Is the dad right? Is this kid actually crazy, or is the dad just going completely insane and killing people?
Both of them are crazy, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, but the dad's not killing people except for that one kid.
Okay.
That he gets abducted.
Yeah.
But this child is mutilating animals.
So then it becomes the fear of the mom, like, is my husband crazy?
Is my husband crazy, or is my son crazy?
Yeah. I think she's leaning towards
husband.
Husband, though.
Yes.
And that's how...
Until she sees her kid kill the husband.
Yes. Then the dad is getting hallucinations. He forces another child's kid to play Polybius. Sees them get abducted. I'm assuming that, like, their child is a boy. Let's say.
Yes. Their child is a young boy.
Let's make this second child be a girl.
Okay, that makes it even worse when he kills her. I think.
Yes. So he has her play Polybius, and he sees her get abducted, and then we can do the thing with the tunnels that are supposedly underneath Portland. And that leads to a facility, and then what he's gonna end up killing. He's going to follow them down there. He's going to end up killing her.
Okay.
Right? Yes. How does that happen?
I think he follows them to the facility and he watches the experiments to the point where he sees the child kill someone, kill something, and he realizes, oh no, this kid is evil. and the government is causing it.
Mm-hmm.
And so eventually the kid is put in a cell.
Are they like testing how well the kid can follow commands?
They're testing multiple things. We should definitely have them like drawing blood at some point, running chemical tests, testing how the kid kills things, and eventually the kid slips up and kills a scientist.
What if they expose the kid to like a certain frequency of light, and then they start like thrashing and being really violent? Because the thing with their kid is he's just kind of being quiet, but like he's doing, messed up things when they aren't looking.
When they aren't looking. Okay.
In this case, like the kid that played Polybius, the girl, she's being quiet. She's just sort of like the life is drained from her eyes. But when they expose her to a certain level of light, probably one that was used in Polybius that triggers it, that's when she starts to do the thing. And maybe it turns out that like that frequency of light is present in other places, and that's what's triggering
the sun.
The sun to do crazy things. And we'd have it be that it's like common somehow.
Okay.
That it's like a part of everyday life, and that a certain frequency of light appears in like the street lamps or something.
Okay. Which is why these things only happen at night.
Maybe. Yeah. That would work. Okay. The street lamps was just an example, but we could have it be anything. Whatever we want to
I still do like the idea of the little girl going rogue and killing a scientist or two, and that being specifically what causes the dad to realize, I have to kill this specific child.
The dad is watching from the shadows.
Yeah.
And then he sees the guys who are running the tests get killed.
Yes.
And then
eventually the girl is restrained, put in a cell for the night for future testing. Dad sneaks in there, kills the kid.
I mean, does he kill the kid right away, or does he try to break out the kid, and then the kid like doesn't stop? He can't get her under control, and so he has to.
I feel like him watching a little girl murder multiple grown men.
But at the same time, he's suspicious of these grown men because he believes that they're also partially responsible for what's happening to his son.
Yes, but he has a protective instinct towards his son that he does not have for this little girl.
Okay,
Again, also remember he's kind of crazy.
I've got something. Okay. The thing is, with the son, he played Polybius. He went crazy. They abducted him and they released him. He was just back on their doorstep, right?
Got it.
The same thing is going to happen with this girl. They played Polybius. The government's going to take her. They're going to put her back. But the father knows what's happened to her at this point, and he's seen her kill people. So she walks into the house, and that's when he comes in behind her and shoots her before she gets to the parents. So these two parents just saw their neighbor shoot their daughter.
That works, only then the dad just kind of gets arrested afterwards, right? Because he just shot a child in front of other people, and there's, physical evidence of a dead child.
I mean, at this, I would have assumed anyway, the next point in the plot would be that after this, the dad is running from the government.
Okay.
And that's why he's going to try to take his son and his wife out of town.
One thing I want to change, he should still get caught by the parents, but instead, I think the daughter should be in bed and he smothers her with a pillow, because I think that's more visceral and more scary and shows more intention.
Okay, I was picturing him using a gun, but...
Okay. I think if it's nighttime, he smothers the child with a pillow, and then the parents come in just as the kid is dead. He looks up and then, jumps out the window. That's even scary.
I feel like it's important that the parents never see the girl do anything...
Do
anything crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they put her to bed for that night. Like, they know something's off, but that he just kills her, so that doesn't matter.
I like the idea of him jumping out the window. But I also like the idea of it being more violent than just a pillow.
Well, I mean, if there would be the child is struggling as he's forcing a pillow against her face. That's a pretty violent, awful way to die, dude.
Okay.
Have you perchance seen The Joker?
No.
The Joker does that to his mom, and it's one of the most, scenes in the entire movie, dude.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Smothering with a pillow is actually a very violent death.
They're asked to, so he's gonna break into the room, and then I feel like the child's eyes open and look right at him, just with a cold stare.
Yeah.
And that's when he
smothers it.
Shoves the pillow down on her.
Yeah.
And then the girl's parents burst into the room right as their child dies and falls out of the bed limp.
Yes.
And then he jumps out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts experiencing being tailed by government men.
Okay.
And stuff happens. Let's assume that, essentially the father has been kicked out of the house for his paranoia because his wife thinks he's crazy.
Okay.
Right? Let's say that he's, living in a hotel room. just so that we can have like things happen in the hotel room
that may or may not be real,
that imply that someone may have been in there. But at the same time, like, we don't know of his mental state. He might be crazy.
Got it. Okay.
And then we don't have to worry about like the mom also seeing these things happen yet.
Yes.
But it gives him reason to be scared.
To be scared.
And irrational and try to get his family out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the kid kills him.
Yeah. In front of the mom. It should be in front of the mom so she knows something is wrong as well.
I
think it would be very scary if the kid kills him in front of the mom and then looks at the mom and doesn't kill her. Like, the kid just hangs out with her afterwards. And so she goes through the husband's notes and realizes and starts putting together the pieces significantly faster than he did because he already put them together for her. And then goes and finds Polybius, and that's where the final bits happen. Also, over the course of the whole plot with the dad and that kid and all that other stuff happening, we should be cutting in between scenes of the main little boy. Oh, wait, no. We should be interspersing scenes of the things this little boy is happening without making it clear whether or not it's the husband or the little boy doing these things.
Right.
Like, the local butcher getting skinned and hung with the rest of the meat sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, like, there's people that the father is talking to trying to track down Polybius. And then, like, things happen to them
at the
afterwards.
nighttime. Yes. Okay. I like that.
Or something, and we never end up finding out who exactly killed them.
Killed them in that scene until the end of the movie when it's revealed that the kid is actually evil and killing people.
Okay. I feel like we would keep it ambiguous either way. In my mind, it's the kid.
Okay. I guess we can keep it ambiguous either way. The implication, I think, because we're just going to show these people like getting knocked over, getting stabbed, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end of the movie, we're going to have on screen the small child stab the father to death. So I think the implication of that scene is that the kid was doing it all along.
Yeah.
But regardless,
make it violent.
I guess we don't need to like specify any more than that.
He stabs him, he scratches his eyes out.
Sort of thing. Pretty awful.
Yeah.
Maybe bites his neck or something.
Is there a reason that he kills the father but not kill the mom? And is it because they both had exposure to Polybius? Do people with exposure to Polybius... Are they more violent against other people who have had exposure to Polybius?
I think the reason he kills the dad and not the mom is the dad comes in and the door is open, right? They have the fight. The kid kills him, and just as they do that, the door closes and the light from the street lamps isn't coming in anymore.
Oh, that's good. I forgot that we tie it to the street lamps. That's good.
And so now the mother is just in this like probably low lit room.
Has the father made the connection that it's the street lamps? I would assume no.
No, he has not.
He knows that there's a frequency of light.
Yes.
That is making...
I think we would use the cinematography to make the connection to the audience in that scene where the son kills the father. That is the street lamps. Like, we would make it very clear that there's a street lamp out the door, and the kid kills the father, and then the door closes and the street lamp's no longer visible.
So then what happens after the father dies, the mother puts together his notebook. Polybius. Why does she play Polybius now?
I think what happens is she puts together the pieces and she takes her kid with her because she doesn't want to let it alone anymore so it doesn't kill anyone else. And goes back to the lab where all the scientists and the father were, not really thinking about it. Because of how everything is gone. She goes in there to try and confront them.
Is she still skeptic? I mean, I guess she wouldn't be.
She's no longer skeptical.
She just saw her child murder her husband.
Yes. So I think she goes to try and confront them. Confronts them and, like, comes close to death. They're trying to get her.
Do they force her to play Polybius? I feel like it only works if she's trying to play Polybius, like, in self-defense.
Yeah, I think she goes there, tries to confront them, realizes this was a terrible idea, but also now I can't get out. I need to be able to kill these people. Plays Polybius.
She tries to kill them initially. Yeah. And she just doesn't have the heart
have the ability, have the know-how.
She's still
because part of Polybius
she just can't bring herself to kill people.
Yeah. And so she realizes, I guess this is what I have to do.
Part of her thing is that ever since her kid came back, he's been sort of unfeeling and distant. And she just thinks that it was trauma and that he did get abducted, but it wasn't like by government people or anything insidious.
Okay.
It was just something that happened briefly. and she's trying to connect with him to get him to feel something. So the whole time she's just upset about how unfeeling he is. But then in that moment, by the end of the film, she finds herself in a position where she needs to be as unfeeling as he is, so that she can save him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why she plays.
That's why she goes and plays Polybius.
That's why she plays Polybius.
But it just kills her.
Mm-hmm.
And so now the government has this kid in their possession again. Mm-hmm. They realize that letting it out is going to cause problems. And so they kill the Polybius program and take the kid into their possession for future use.
Yeah.
Or possibly continue the Polybius program and just don't return the kids afterwards.
Okay, what if she breaks out of wherever she and the kid are being held so that she can go play Polybius?
Yes.
As she's playing Polybius, she doesn't realize that the government men are aware of what's happening and are already taking her kid as she does it. Mm-hmm. So the kid is being dragged away when the Polybius continues being an assault on the senses and makes her collapse.
Okay. Yeah. And when she collapses, I think she should be bleeding out of her facial orifices, like eyes, nose, ears, mouth.
Yeah.
Because it
ruptures your arteries.
Nullified her brain. She had a hemorrhage internally.
Yep. It's
She's just
too
gone.
Much stimulation. It breaks your brain. That's what Polybius does.
Okay. I like this.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else we need to clarify or add? I feel like we've got all the arcs pretty much down. What happens to the parents of the girl?
I don't really think we need to go into it. They just grieve their daughter who has been murdered by their next door neighbor.
Okay.
And then the whole family of that next door neighbor disappears. So they're concerned and grieving mainly. The only really other thing I think we have left to do is specify specific kills for the kid, but I really don't think we need to get into that.
Do we want to deal with any other kids that have also played Polybius? Or ones that have died? I feel like we want to spend some time around at least the idea of other kids having died at that arcade.
Yeah. I think the other kids dying is what causes them to pull out Polybius. Mm-hmm. And so we show a kid die playing it or something to make dying be a possibility.
It's the person who plays it right after the son.
Maybe.
And then they pull Polybius. Do you think the father sees Men in Black go to the Polybius machine after that? And
maybe not right after that, but at another point, because I don't think they would pull it day.
He's gonna see it when he finds the second machine at a different arcade and has the girl play it.
Yeah, the Men in Black are going to pull it right after she finishes.
Yeah. Okay. And they're going to abduct her.
Okay.
He'll be watching from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll be following from a distance as they go through the tunnels.
How does the father end up with that little girl in his care?
Maybe he knows the girl's dad from work.
Okay.
And their friends.
And they're just going to go out on vacation for a few days.
The closer they are, I think it's just one day.
Okay. Hey, you mind watching our kid while we go have dinner? Yeah, sure, I got you.
The closer we have their relationship be, the more messed up it becomes.
Okay.
So I feel like we should have it to the point where these two guys are best friends at work. They trust each other. They have barbecues all the time.
Yeah. They shouldn't be too close though. I don't want to be too messed up.
Yeah.
This is not a high school best friend. This is a guy he met over here.
This is a guy he met at
work. They like each other. They're good friends.
It's the one person who kind of likes this guy.
Yeah.
Who really trusts him, because everyone else on the street, it's like a homeowners association street. They're all very strict. They think he's a bad parent. This guy doesn't let his kid play video games as much or go into these dangerous places, but he's kind of chill, and he doesn't think that
the dad is evil.
Yeah, they bond over the fact that the HOA both came at them for some stupid thing regarding their mailboxes or something.
Okay.
And they're just we're just simple guys. People should stop, messing with us and let us,
Maybe he's fine with video games, but he just doesn't let his kid go alone because it's
to the arcade.
Yeah, he takes his kid to the arcade. It's just he has to be with his kid.
Yeah.
As opposed to these other parents who just let their kids run off, do whatever.
I don't know. I feel like it's more you want it to be a betrayal.
That he took the kid to the arcade. It's still a betrayal.
It's gonna be a betrayal because it's gonna let their kid get kidnapped.
Yeah, it's still a betrayal because he knows that this arcade game is dangerous and he's letting this little girl play it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm doubling down too much.
A bit.
But I think it's just established that they trust him and they put the girl in his care for a day, and he ends up abusing his power to use her as a guinea pig to find out what happened to his son.
Okay.
And then he ends up murdering
Her
murdering
in
her.
front of them,
Yeah.
which is messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think we have a movie.
That didn't take us that long. I was expecting Polybius to be more complicated because there's so many different directions you can go through with the lore. We didn't really touch on Sinislosion at all, like the company that made it.
We didn't, but that's not like really important to the
We
story.
could have it be that in the dad's investigation he meets like a programmer who developed it, and then that guy gets knocked off.
We could.
And that's part of his.
That guy
thing.
gets one of the people who gets killed in the vague who's killing people scenes.
Do the parents find their child coming back in the morning from at night, implying that like he's been out?
Maybe once, but not every single time. And there should be reasonable doubt as to what else the kid could be doing.
Okay, maybe we should establish at like the beginning of the movie that the kid can't sleep. Like, you know how kids can't sleep without a no, that's not what I mean. That you know how kids who can't sleep without a nightlight. In this case, they don't have a nightlight, but there's a street lamp right outside his window. And his mom is like, "You should close the curtains. It's too bright. How will you be able to sleep in here?" And it's like, "I can't sleep. I need a little bit of light in." And so they like crack the curtains open just a little bit, and then there's a sliver of light that's just like right on his face.
Got it. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
So that when the street lamps turn on at night, he's activated.
He's active. Yeah.
And the mother thinks she's doing something, like her son is being unresponsive, but she's like going above and beyond to like try to do everything to his taste and get him to be
responsive again. Yeah.
Part of that is she's putting the curtain open in the way that he likes because she knows that he can't sleep without that.
Okay.
Little does she know that she's exposing him to the one thing that will like
make him kill people.
That will trigger his craziness.
Okay.
And then we don't really go into the why of it all for the government.
It's the government.
I'm guessing that the dad meets a German guy who supposedly works on the game, who's just sort of babbling, and like that guy's even more paranoid than he is at this point. And he worked on the game, so he might have also been like
exposed to it
a little bit. I think children are more vulnerable to it, and we can easily say
because their brains are more.
We can easily say that.
Yeah.
He's going crazy because he developed on the game, and the father's getting like some information out of him, but doesn't really get any answers. He just gets like things more that he can follow up on, and that's how he ends up fighting. And then the German guy gets killed,
of course, by the kid, ambiguously.
First the German guy goes missing. In that case, it's ambiguous as to whether he was killed by the kid or the dad or the government.
Yes. I think we got all the major stuff knocked out. We're ready to pitch this.
Yeah. Hang on. Okay, let me just look through and see if there's anything else we can
play off of. All right.
I mean, I feel like we have a complete thing. We generally have it. All right. Should we run through it?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. We establish this family. They have a kid. The kid can't sleep without a little bit of light coming in from the curtains. Other people on the street don't like the family or don't want their kids playing with his kid because he's a bad influence because they let their kid
play video games alone.
Do too many things that like little Timmy or whatever will invite Lucy or whoever to like go down to the arcade around the corner. It's like close. They trust him. Yeah. But at the same time, the other parents are like, I don't know. It's a city place. Obviously, maybe. we don't want going down the street by themselves.
Yeah, there's teenagers over there, and they have piercings, and they listen to evil music.
Yeah,
they'll make our kids eat drugs or something.
Yeah, but these parents are chill about it, and the dad takes the son to go to the arcade, or maybe he picks him up from the arcade. Like he went to the arcade by himself, and the dad comes to pick him up
because it's time for dinner or whatever.
Yeah. And he sees him playing the game. The dad goes a little crazy. The kid goes a little crazy.
Yeah, the dad's exposed to it as well.
When does the kid get abducted?
That night. They go into his room the next morning, and he's gone. Yeah.
How long is he missing before he turns up on their doorstep?
Is a week too long?
No, that works for me.
Okay, a week then.
And we can establish that the dad has been going even crazier in that time that's allotted.
Yes.
They're talking to the police. The police aren't being much help. They're like I I guess they're in Portland, so it's not that small of a city.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like a small town police force that isn't really experienced in a lot of these. I mean, the police don't have bigger fish to fry. It's an abducted child. The police don't have any leads. They can't. They can't find it.
This is weird because the government.
It's not that they don't know what they're doing. It's that there's something at play here that's bigger than the police can the police can handle. It is by design that the police cannot find these guys. Eventually, the kid just turns back up. The mother is relieved. The father is suspicious.
Okay.
And then we go on our two separate plots where like the father is paranoid and he's doing some investigations and maybe he's taking like them all together. Like they were supposed to have like a family event or something, but instead he takes them to a place where he thinks there's someone who can give him answers, and he's like being crazy to them and yelling at them, and that makes the mother uncomfortable, and like she kicks him out of the house for a little bit. Okay. And as she tries to bond with her son and is just on like the cusp of seeing all these messed up things happen by night, he's going around. He had already agreed to babysit the little girl from next door while her parents go on a business trip or something, or a conference or whatever. I don't think he decides in that moment that he's going to make her play Polybius, but he is going to take her with him on his investigation, and then when he encounters Polybius, he has her do it.
Okay.
And then she gets abducted. He follows. He sees the experiments. He sees her kill people. He sees the light. He gets out of there, and she's dropped off on the doorstep. He breaks in.
Kills the child.
Kills the child.
The parents walk in just as he finishes suffocating this little girl.
Should we also stage in a way that shows that the street lamps are on the little girl?
Probably, yeah. Okay. She has a bedroom with a window facing the street.
Yeah, both of them do.
Yeah.
And then he kills her. He jumps out the window. We get more like a couple of scenes where it's like he's paranoid about Men in Black following him.
Yep.
He goes back to the house to try to get his son and his wife out of town. And then the son kills him.
And in front of the mom, who then realizes, oh no, my son's a killer.
The mom and the son are captured. She can't bring herself
to kill people.
To get out of there, and she knows that if things get too drastic, they will kill her or her son.
So she decides to take
measures to play Polybius,
which kills her as her son is taken.
Let's make it so that they like temporarily lock them in a storage locker.
Okay.
Just so that we don't have to like bother explaining how she escaped and got to the Polybius machine. It's just in the same place. Then she plays Polybius.
Mm-hmm.
She dies as the Men in Black are abducting her child. And that's the final moment of the thing. Movie.
Yeah.
Or do we want... Okay, what if we have her play the game and then she notices that they've taken her child already?
Oh.
And she's like shambling out, but she's starting to get hallucinations before she dies, and she sees these things attacking her, or like these shapes and things that are like preventing her from seeing her child, and she's just seeing him blurrily get dragged away, and then she collapses. And the final shot of the movie is like a dead body inside of a storage locker, and the machine is gone.
The machine is gone.
Okay. We open on the next morning, and the storage locker is still open, and there's a woman's dead body on the ground, bleeding from her orifices, and the machine is gone. Everything. Okay. In fact, she's the only thing left in that storage locker.
Got it. She's lying dead center in a puddle.
Yeah, and then that's the final shot.
Okay, I like that.
That works.
Sick. Okay.
That's one for the books.
That is in fact one for the books.
You want to sign us off?
Well, my name is Daniel. I'm a film student.
My name is Noah. I'm not.
And that was Totally Legit Writer's Room.